Good morning, boys and girls. Today is Wednesday, May 6th. We are continuing with the module 6, but today we are doing lesson 16. Today's objective is students will be able to solve word problems involving money by first you're going to be reading, drawing, and writing. And those are pretty much your key points. So be careful whenever we're doing a multi-step word problem. Remember, there's sometimes addition, subtraction that you're going to be doing both for every problem. It could also include division or multiplication. And I'm going to walk you through some examples, and then when it comes to doing the problem set, you can refer back to the video. With that, let's go ahead and start with today's do now. So go ahead and take 5 minutes and work on Wednesday's do now. As always, you have 4 problems. So at this time, go ahead and pause the video and work on these 4 problems. And when you're done, go ahead and click play one more time. Alright, so here are the answers for Wednesday's do now. Make sure that if you need to make corrections or you need to add some of the notes that I have, this is the time that you can pause the video and go ahead and make any annotations. The first one, Charlie drank 2 cups, so we know that information, 2 cups of water. His brother drank 3 times as much as Charlie. So I put a B for brother. So we know that if Charlie drank 2 and the brother drank 3 times, we could say that 3 times 2 equals 6 cups. So the brother drank 6 cups. For the second one, we are to write 2 fractions that are equivalent to 1/2. So I write 1/2, and remember, whatever number you multiply your numerator, you must do to the denominator. So I chose 3, so 1 times 3 equals 3, and then 2 times 3 gives me 6. Therefore, I can say that 1/2 is equivalent to 3/6. Here you are to name the figure that you have. Parallels, we know that are 2 lines next to each other that do not intersect, do not touch each other. So therefore, this figure is called perpendicular line. The last one, when you multiply in standard form, you should have gotten 2,460. Make sure you box in your answer if you need, in order to, so we can pinpoint the answer. So we're going to go ahead and start with question number 1. Again, make sure you are on lesson 16, and this is for module 6. I know the book has module 6 and 7 together, but make sure you are in the module 6 part of the book, lesson 16. And just like I said at the beginning of the video, we're going to be reading, drawing, and writing in order to solve for these problems. And you're going to be, the instruction says to write your answer as a decimal. So we've been working with decimals, and that's how our final answer should show. So for number 1, it says, Maria has $2, 3 dimes, and 4 pennies. Lisa has $1 and 5 quarters. How much money do the 2 girls have in all? So I know that I'm going to be adding. We read, now we're going to draw. Okay, so let's go ahead and write, and we can do a list even before we draw. So we know that Maria, she has $2, 3 dimes, and 4 pennies. And we know that Lisa has $1 and 5 quarters. Okay, so here's my list. I know that information. How can we draw, or how can we rewrite this amount of money? So if we continue working with the ones, the tenths, and the hundreds, for Maria, we could say that she has $2 She has 3 dimes because dimes are tenths, and she has 4 pennies. So this is the amount of money that Maria has. Now for Lisa, she has $1 and 5 quarters. Well, we know that each quarter represents 25 cents. 0.25 for each. This is 1 quarter each. And we know that 4 of these equal to $1. So now that I have 1 full dollar plus the other full dollar, Lisa has $2 in total, and she now has 25 cents remaining. So 25 hundredths, because we cannot create another $1 just with 1 quarter, and that we don't have any more money to work with. So now I have 2 decimals, and what do I need to do to these 2 decimal numbers? It says right here, we need to add them. So I rewrite them. $2.34 plus $2.25. So 4 plus 5 gives me 9. 3 plus 2 gives me 5. And 2 plus 2 gives me 4. Therefore, I can say that Maria and Lisa together, they have $4.59. For number 2, I'm going to go ahead and work with a little bit of more visual, a little bit of more drawing. So for those of you who need to break down to have a visual for the cents, for the dimes, or for the pennies, you can work it out this way. So it says Maylene needs $5.35 to buy a ticket to a show. But in her wallet, she finds only $2 bills, 11 dimes, and 5 pennies. How much more money does Maylene need to buy the ticket? So how much more tells us what? Yes, that we're going to subtract. So first, I know that Maylene, she needs $5.35. So this is my total. So she has $5.35. But in her wallet, she finds only what? $2, 11 dimes, and 5 pennies. So we can rewrite that information. $2. She has 11 dimes, and she has 5 pennies. Now, like I said, I'm going to do a visual or a drawing for these amount of money. So $2, we know that we could leave it as a whole. And 11 dimes, well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And each of them represents 10 cents. So 0.10, 0.10, 0.10, 0.10, 0.10, 0.10, 0.10, and 0.10. Well, how many dimes do I need to create one full dollar, one more dollar? Yes, I need 10. So these become one more dollar. So if I had $2, $1, $2, I just created one more dollar. and I'm left with 10 cents. Or I could also say I'm left with 1 dime. And then I have 5 pennies. Each penny is 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, and 0.01. Can I create a full dime using these? No, because there's only 5, and I will need 10 to create 1 dime. So we could say that this amount is $3, right? 1, 2, 3. 10 cents plus 4 tenths will give me 15. So 0.10 plus 0.01 5 times will give me 15. And this is how I got this. So 0.10, you could do it on the side as well, plus 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, 0.01. How many times? 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I add the 1 plus all the zeros, remains in 1. And my decimal stays aligned. So therefore 15. So $3, 1, 2, 3, and 15 cents. So that's how much money Maylene had. That's the money that she had in her wallet. But how much more does she need to get to this amount? Well, we're going to subtract the total minus the amount that she had in her wallet. Is going to tell us how much more money she needs to buy the ticket. So 5 minus 5, 0. 3 minus 1, 2. Remember, your decimals stay aligned in a straight line going down. And 5 minus 3 equals 2. So we could say, and if you have space, go ahead and write a sentence. So we could say that Maylene needs $2.20 more to buy the ticket. For number 3, let's see what is our multi-step for this problem. So it says that Joe has 5 dimes and 4 pennies. So let's go ahead and start our list. Joe has 5 dimes and 4 pennies. Jamal has Jamal has $2, 4 dimes, and 5 pennies. And Jimmy has $6 and 4 dimes. Now they want to put their money together. So that means we're going to add to buy a book that costs $10. And the question is asking, well, do they have enough? And if not, well, let's find out how much more do they need. Well, let's see first of all how much money they each have. So 5 dimes, remember dimes are 10 cents. Again, I'm going to illustrate with pictures. So 5 dimes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means 10 cents each. Every dime is 10 cents each, and 4 pennies. And each penny is 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, and 0.01. Jamal has $2, so $1, $2. Has $2 4 dimes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And remember, dimes are 10 cents, so 0.10, 0.10, 0.10. And 5 pennies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And pennies are 0.01, 0.01, 0.01, and so on. And then Jimmy has $6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And each of them is $1. And as well, he has 4 dimes. So 1, 2, 3, 4 dimes are equivalent to 10 cents each. Okay, so Joe has this amount of money. Let's count. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 50 cents plus 4 cents equals to 54 cents. So 0.54. Jamal has $2 plus 40 cents plus 5 cents. So Jamal has $2 with 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45 cents. And Jimmy has $6 with 40 cents. Now we want to see how much money they have together. So we're going to add these 3 amounts. So let's start listing them from greatest to least. So we could start with 6.40, then add the 2.45 or $2 with 45 cents, and last we can add the 54 cents. So 0 plus 5 equals 5 plus 4 equals 9, and then 4 plus 4, 8, 8 plus 5, 13. We regroup the 1, we bring down the decimal, and then 1 plus 6 is 7, and 7 plus 2 is 9. So both of them, the 3 of them together have $9.39. But the question is asking, do they have enough? Because the book costs us $10. But is $9.39 enough to purchase a book of $10? No, right? So we could say that no, the amount of money that they have is not enough because they have $9.39 together. And then it says, how much more do they need? Well, right here, this second part, now we're subtracting because we want to know the difference of how much more money do they need. So if they needed 10, representing the total, and they only have $9.39, when we subtract, so we know that we cannot take away from the 0. So remember what we've learned in class. We go to the next one that we can actually borrow. So this one turns into a 0, and the rest become 9. Except for the last one, becomes a 10. So 10 minus 9 is 1. 9 minus 3 is 6. 9 minus 9 is 0. So this is the amount of money that they need. So they're short for 61 cents, right? So they need 61 cents to buy the book. For number 4, it says a package of mechanical pencils cost $4.99. A package of pens costs twice as much as the package of pencils. How much do a package of pencils and package of pencils cost together? So I know we're going to be adding first, but first we have to find out what is the cost of the pens. So if a mechanical pencil, so let's write mechanical pencil MP. We know that the price for that is $4.99. And the price for the pens is twice as much. So 2 times as a packet of pencils. Well, I know that here I'm going to be multiplying times the amount of mechanical pencils. In this, we can set it up in standard form to find out the actual price of the pens. So once you set it up in standard form, you can work it out. Remember, do not forget to bring your decimal exactly where it is on the top. You do it exactly on the same part for your answer. So 2 times 9 is 18. I regroup the 1. 2 times 9 again is 18, but now I add that 1 extra that I have. So now I regroup the 1, and now I have a 9. So 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1, 9. So the cost or the price for the packets of pen, it's $9.98. So now that I know the actual amount of each of the pencil packet and the pencil package and the pen package, now I need to see how much do the package of pens and package of pencils cost together. Now I can add. I can add $9.98 plus $4.99. So 8 plus 9, 17. I regroup the 1. 1 plus 9 is 10, and 10 plus 9 is 19. Again, 1 plus 9 is 10, and 10 plus 4 is 14. Do not forget to label with the money sign because we're working with money. And then if you write your sentence, we could say that the price for the package of pens and a package of pencils costs $14.97 together. And that will be my explanation to my answer. For number 5, our last problem for today's lesson, it says Carlos has $8.48. Elisa has $4.14. How much money does Carlos need to give Elisa so that each have the same amount? So we know that Carlos has $8.48 and Elisa has $4.14. How much does Carlos need to give Elisa so that both of them have the same amount? So first of all, we know that just by looking at the numbers, they don't have the same amount. So what is it that we need to do to find that each of them have the same amount of money? So here your first step, you are gonna subtract $8.48 minus $4.14, which is the amount of Alyssa. So 8 minus 4 is 4, 4 minus 1 is 3, and then 8 minus 4 is 4. So we're left with $4.34. That's how much money Carlos has if we take away what the amount of Alyssa has of money. So because we want to make sure that they have the same amount, so our next step, we are going to divide what was left over, 4.34 divided by 2. 2 because we have two people or two persons in the question. So remember, your decimal has to go exactly aligned when you either multiply or you divide. So how many times can 2 go into 4? 2 times. So 2 times 2 equals 4. We subtract. We're left with 0. We bring down the 3. How many times can 2 go into 3? 1 time. So 1 times 2 equals 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. We bring down the 4. How many times can 2 go into 14? 7. 7 times 2 equals 14. Okay, so now that I've divided, my third step right here for this question number 5, I'm going to add that half, the $2.17 to Alyssa's amount. So Alyssa started off with $4.14, and now I'm going to give her or add to her amount $2.17. So 4 plus 7, 11. 1, 2, 3. Remember, your decimals come right exactly down the line. And then 4 plus 2 is 6. So this is Alyssa's amount. New amount. And because Carlos had more, we needed to take away money to reduce the amount of money that he has. So $4.48 minus the $2.17, because again we divided this larger amount into 2 so that each of them can, for Alyssa we added, since she had less, we added those $2.17, and Carlos we're subtracting $2.17 because he had more. So 8 minus 7 is 1, 4 minus 1 is 3, and our decimal comes right in a line to the bottom, and 8 minus 2 is 6. And this is Carlos. Notice how now they each have the same amount, $6.31. So now, boys and girls, you're going to be doing this part independent work on your own. Make sure your lesson 16 problem set section, you are on page 109, and you're going to be doing problems 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on page 110. So this is part of the problem set. And when you're done, as always, you make sure you complete the exit ticket for the same lesson, lesson 16. This exit ticket is actually on page 111. Right here, 111. And remember, you can first of all read, draw if you need to, or you could just list it out, all the information that you have. Once you are done completing your exit ticket page, you can as well take a picture and upload it to today's assignment tab. If you have any questions, you can reach myself or you can reach Miss Medina. And good luck on your exit ticket.